Hi everyone! Today we're gonna make our third level of the Gardenscapes game we're making. In this level you see there's a moving dinosaur and there is a ball hanging from the ceiling or from the sky. So we have to cut the string so that the ball falls, hits the dinosaur, and we get rid of the dinosaur, and our main character can go from the left to the right side of the screen, and we pass to level 4. So if you are ready, let's get started. First of all, we're going to go to backdrops. Here in backdrops, we're going to add 2 backdrops. I have already downloaded 2. Both of them are related to gardens, forests, meadows, and things like that. Okay, so let's upload backdrop. This one, which is going to be backdrop 3, so I can get rid of this one. And let's upload backdrop 4 to get it ready for the next video. So let's go to Avery, let's place it like here, and in code, let's put this: when backdrop switches to backdrop 3, go to this position, negative 2007, negative 2207, negative 222. By the way, the backdrops are not big enough. So as we usually do, zoom out, and with this tool we enlarge them, and the same with backdrop 4. Alright, that's cool. So we're gonna begin adding the tree here. That's a sprite you can select from Scratch library. It is this tree, and as we usually do in events, when green flag clicked, we hide it. When backdrop switches to backdrop 3, we show it, and when backdrop switches to backdrop 4, we hide it again, so that when we finish level 3 and we go to level 4, it automatically hides. Although this is gonna be hidden because to finish this game we have to hide the tree so that the main character can go to the other side, but anyway, this is not bad. Okay, so I'm gonna place it here. I'm gonna make it bigger, like 150. There is okay. And we want that when this sprite clicked, it is going to shrink and finally hide. So we're gonna repeat like 20 times. Change size by -7, for example, so that we reduce size by 140, because 20 times 7 equals 140, and then we hide it. So if we're doing this, we're going to set size to 150 at the beginning. If I click, it works, but as you see, the bottom of the tree is here, and when it shrinks, the bottom of the tree is there, the trunk. We're going to change where the center of the tree is by using this. I'm gonna select it, and I'm going to place the tree here. Alright, so the center is gonna be there. You will see the difference now when I repeat this process. I'm gonna switch backdrop to backdrop 3 so that we see it again. I'm going to separate this to be able to move the tree without it shrinking. And look at it now. Now it's gonna get smaller and smaller, and it will look like the earth is like swallowing the tree. Look. Okay? So I think that looks much better. So the tree is ready. Now it's time for the string that is holding the ball. That's quite simple. We have to paint it. Using this tool and pressing Shift, we can make a vertical line. Now let's select this line and change the width. Could be 10, and maybe a little bit longer. Let's center it and place it here, or maybe here. Yeah, more or less. Let's go to code, and as we usually do, when green flag clicked, hide. When backdrop switches to backdrop 3, we show it. in the case of backdrop 4, we hide it. Although, as I said, this is not necessary, because to finish this level we need to hide this one. Okay, we need to do what we're going to code now. So we're gonna show it, and we're going to put a block here, which is wait until. This one is going to wait until we touch it with the mouse. So until this is touching mouse pointer. After touching mouse pointer, this is going to broadcast a message that the ball we're gonna make later is gonna receive. This message could be release ball, and that ball will fall from above when it receives that message. At the same time, the string is going to go there. As I'm going to move the screen, the string, we're gonna make it go to the current position, x76, y140, and then we're gonna move it like there. So we're going to glide to this position. You see it coincides in half a second. We're gonna try. Let's make sure there are no mistakes. If I touch it, okay, and after that it hides. We have show here, so that should be working. Okay, and when we switch to backdrop 3, it shows. Alright, cool. Now the ball, we need the ball. As you see, we're working quite fast. The ball, no outline, but obviously it's gonna have a fill. This one, and I want, let's make it here. Okay, this is not gonna be transparent, this is gonna be white. Okay, that's better. And obviously this ball is too big. Okay, that's more interesting. So again, let's code it. When green flag clicked, hide. When backdrop switches to backdrop 3, show. Again, what I'm doing now, it's not necessary, but it's not bad. When backdrop switches to backdrop 4, hide. And obviously we need to tell the ball to go to the current position, which is x77, y92. So this one. And now in event, when I receive a release ball, we need to create the gravity effect we've made in the past levels and also in the video where we speak about jumping and gravity, which I recommend that you see if you haven't yet. In variables, we need to create y velocity for the sprite only. At the beginning, as we usually do, we're going to set y velocity to 0, and we're going to repeat something until the ball is touching the edge or the ball is touching the dinosaur. So let's put the dinosaur here right now. We're going to use dinosaur 5, although I'm going to call it dinosaur 3 because it refers to level 3. And let's change the names of these ones as well. Tree 3. This is dinosaur 2 because that belongs to level 2. This is string 3, and this is ball 3. I like to be organized. Okay. So we're gonna repeat this until touching. Oops. Touching edge. It's here, or touching dinosaur 3. What are we gonna do? This. If we're touching one of them, the ball is going to stop moving, so we're going to set y velocity to 0, and if not, we're going to change y velocity by -1. And as we usually do, as you see, I'm working quite fast because this is something which I have already explained, so watch the video if you don't understand what I'm doing. By the way, this is wrong. It is change y because we're moving the ball in the vertical axis. Okay, and after this, when this program finishes, which means it is touching either the edge or the dinosaur, which is going to be over here walking, we're going to hide the ball. So we're going to repeat 10 times. Where is it? Yes, change ghost effect by 10. If we do this, at the beginning, we got a clear graphic effect. So let's do it. Clear graphic effect at the beginning. And let's see if it works. I'm gonna hide this variable. We don't want to see it. Looks, switch backdrop to backdrop 3. And let's see. Okay, that's fine. Let's try the same, putting here the dinosaur. Okay, and it disappears when it touches the dinosaur, so that's cool. Oh, and it is very important that we hide the ball after it, because if we don't hide it, imagine the ball falls and we don't hit the dinosaur, the ball when touching the edge is going to set ghost effect to 100 after this repetition, so the ball is not going to be visible, but it's going to be still there and it's going to be touchable. So if it doesn't hit the dinosaur, but the dinosaur comes, walks through here, and when walking touches the ball, the dinosaur is going to disappear, and that's not something we want. Okay, so it's important to hide the ball so that the dinosaur cannot touch it anymore if we haven't hit it when it was passing through this part. Okay, and now let's code the dinosaur. We're gonna make it smaller to make this level more difficult, so that it's more difficult to hit it, as we usually do when green flag clicked. Hide when backdrop switches to backdrop 3 show, and we will add some more code down here. And when backdrop switches to backdrop 4, we hide as well. As we said, this is not necessary. Anyway, the dinosaur is gonna go there when the level starts. So go to this position, x 206 and y negative 127. It is gonna be pointing to the left, so here, pointing this direction, so that it doesn't rotate that way. We don't want the dinosaur upside down. We're gonna use the left-right rotation style. Let's put it pointing that way. And the dinosaur is gonna be moving until, so repeat until, touching every, and in that case obviously we've lost, or touching the ball. In that case obviously we're getting rid of the dinosaur. So or touching, where is it, every walking, or touching ball 3. Can't say it, it's here. What is the dinosaur gonna be moving? Doing? It's gonna be moving 10 steps. And also it's gonna be switching costume, because this dinosaur has several funny costumes, all these ones. And we're gonna wait for 0.1 second so that this doesn't happen too fast. But if touching the edge or if touching the tree, it has to bounce, it has to change direction. It is true there is a block here which says if on edge bounce. That works for the edge, but obviously not for the tree. So we're gonna make it like manually. Let's say if touching either the edge, so touching edge, or tree number 3, stop please, it is going to point in the opposite direction, which means turn 180 degrees, and we're gonna move it a little bit to make sure it is not touching that thing anymore. Could be like I think with 5 steps plus these 10, that would be enough. And finally, when this finishes, obviously if it is touching Avery, the dinosaur only has to stop, because Avery will disappear and the message of game over will show up. But if it is touching the ball, the dinosaur has to hide. But instead of hiding, we're gonna use something like this. Okay, this effect, the one we made for Dinosaur 2. I'm gonna pass it to my backpack. And now I go here. I think when I pass this here, it is up there. So let's make it smaller and move it down. Okay. So at the end, only if touching, not the tree, the ball, if touching ball, 3, stop please. We're gonna repeat this and we're going to hide. If we do this, if we change some graphic effects at the very beginning, we have to clear graphic effects, okay? You know that's quite important. Let's see if this works. I might have missed something. Switch backdrop to backdrop 3, it moves. Just in case it doesn't move, because you know that when we're at the end of level 2, Avery is here, and if the dinosaur appears, the dinosaur at the beginning is touching Avery, so this program doesn't start. That's something I have already explained in past videos. I'm going to add a small delay of 0.1 seconds, okay? So switch backdrop to backdrop 3. Let's see what happens if it touches Avery. Okay, it stops. Later in Avery we will code it so that it hides and we show up the game over message. And let's see if we can get rid of it. Well, it bounces, that's good. Let's see if it bounces on the other edge. Yes. And that's cool. Perfect. So it works very well. And the final step, let's go to Avery walking. And we are very lucky because we can reuse most of the code we made last day. Oops, that shouldn't have happened. It is this. So I'm going to duplicate this. I'm gonna move it down. And I'm gonna pass it here. Obviously, we can get rid of it. And look, when backdrop switches to backdrop 3, we go to front layer. Okay, that's good. That's good. We go to this position, which is the one we have chosen before. No, that's not the one I've chosen before, is it? Let's see. No, it's not. The right one is this one. So, yes. Okay, that's cool. We go to this position and we're going to repeat this movement of removing until we're touching not Dinosaur 2, in this case is Dinosaur 3, or the edge. So I don't need this, I don't need this either. Touching some of this, we're gonna move, and if touching this tree, so only this tree, which is tree 3, we're gonna move 10 steps back, which means that it's not gonna be able to go through it. And you know that this movement back is not visible because it's something quick and fast. Next costume, wait for 0.1 seconds, that's good. If touching edge, next backdrop. And if touching Dinosaur, but Dinosaur 3 can't sit. It's here. If touching Dinosaur 3, we'll repeat this. It gets smaller and smaller, and it hides and broadcasts game over. So, well, let's try the game. Let's see if we haven't missed anything. I'm gonna switch backdrop to backdrop 3. Okay, it can't go through. Let's see what happens if Avery touches the dinosaur. Exactly what we expected. And let's see what happens if we do the complete game. Alright, and now it's my moment. Let's see if I can hit the dinosaur. Perfect. And for the moment, Avery saved in level 4. I hope you liked this video. So, as I usually tell you, we'll see you in the next one. Try to do it and send me your results. Bye bye!